Beyoncé isn't just talented, her birth chart is literally built for the insane level of impact she's had. And in this video, I uncover what a legacy chart actually looks like. She creates eras, shifts culture, and moves like she's always 10 steps ahead of everyone else. And when you break down her birth chart, you begin to see why. Beyoncé has a Virgo sun in the 5th house, which is at the core of her success as an artist. The combo of Virgo and the 5th house makes a creative perfectionist. Virgo is precision, refinement, and mastery. The 5th house is creativity, performance, and self-expression. So someone with this placement knows how to perfect things and has an elevated taste. Their hard work and skills are often seen and recognized by others. This combo manifests through her attention to detail in vocals, visuals, and choreography, and also her obsession with precision and work ethic. Her North Node is in Cancer and in the 4th house of roots, home, and heritage. Her Mars in Leo is also in the 4th house. The 4th house emphasis in her chart equals to the home being the foundation of everything. This also makes me think about how ironically important the symbolism of the number 4 is to her. A North Node in Cancer is a destiny tied to family, the mother, legacy, and emotional roots. This shows how Beyoncé was trained at home to be great. Her 4th house placement reflects her mother and her father being heavily involved in managing and shaping her career from the beginning, and why discipline started at such a young age. Mars in Leo in the 4th house is a household where performance was encouraged and confidence was trained. So Beyoncé's drive comes from her emotional roots, personal identity, and the desire to create something of her own. And this is why she has a strong need for creative control. Now let's talk about her Scorpio moon and Uranus in the 7th house of partnerships, contracts, and open enemies. With Scorpio influencing these two planets in her chart, this is what gives her psychological perception, intuition around other people's motives, and an attraction to intense, complex, or even controversial people. So we see this manifest as her being in what some may consider a controversial relationship with Jay-Z. Her relationships are intense, transformative, and deeply private. The themes of betrayal, power, and healing in Lemonade symbolize this placement perfectly. These placements align with her extreme privacy, her ability to stay composed under pressure, and control her narrative. Now let's add her Lilith into the mix, which is also in the 7th house. Lilith adds raw, untamed feminine power beneath a controlled exterior. And because her Scorpio moon conjuncts Uranus and Lilith, this pretty much is a textbook recipe for immense projection. This is what makes people feel something intensely about her but can't explain exactly why. So they fill in the gaps themselves. And that resorts to wild conspiracy theories and dark energy rumors about her. Beyoncé has an insane Libra 6th house stellium. Her Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto are all in the 6th house of work, wellness, and lifestyle. 6th house stelliums find the most success through refinement, repetition, and practice. They tend to win by simply being undeniably good at what they do. So let's take a look at these planets a bit further. Mercury in Libra gives her controlled voice, intentional communication, and a diplomatic public image. Venus in Libra is her beauty and aesthetics and cultural impact on fashion and visual identity. Think her signature blonde hair. Saturn in Libra gives discipline in artistry, years of refinement and professionalism. And then lastly, Pluto is Libra transformed through image and relationships and her power through aesthetics. Her artistry is worked on daily. Ultimately, her dynamic 6th house is why nothing she releases ever feels accidental and everything is curated, intentional, and balanced. And one more important thing to note about her 6th house is how it shows that she's not just another celebrity who uses her name to make easy money through business. Her stellium shows how her businesses are far from random or quick cash grabs, but they're actually extensions of her craft and identity. Which is why she gave us Ivy Park and Sacred, for example. And again, they're not just random business ideas, they speak to her chart literally. Sacred is peak Virgo and 6th house energy. Virgo rules care, maintenance, and detail, and the 6th house rules routines and daily rituals. Ivy Park is Libra's fashion, style, and aesthetics, and her Mars in Leo is the body, athleticism, performance, and movement. Let's finally talk about her voice. Beyoncé's Mercury is in Libra and is the clearest indicator of having a beautiful voice. People with Mercury in Libra tend to have beautiful singing or speaking voices. But what adds to her ability is Mercury sextiling Mars. This is her technical agility. Because these two planets aspecting each other gives quick vocal runs and rhythmic precision. So it's no wonder she's able to sing perfectly while dancing and executes riffs cleanly and effortlessly. Mercury also conjuncts Saturn in Libra in her chart, which gives strong breath control and discipline in her singing and speech. It also gives her the ability to sustain great tone and structure. Her Scorpio moon gives emotional depth and intensity in her voice. It allows her the ability to convey pain, power, and sexuality through her voice. Back to her Mars in Leo, which is her performance power. A Mars in Leo adds stage presence and vocal strength, and that's why her voice commands and carries throughout stadiums. Venus in Libra sextiles Neptune in Sagittarius in her chart. A great placement for artistry. It gives you emotional resonance and an ethereal or otherworldly tone. This really is what makes her voice feel so dreamy and spiritually expressive. And lastly, Saturn in Libra represents her longevity and vocal endurance. A lot of famous vocalists' voice tend to decline naturally as they age, or due to things like smoking or years of just poor vocal habits and techniques. So Beyoncé having Saturn in Libra contributes to her stamina, consistency and vocal longevity, and so it comes as no surprise as to why her voice has lasted decades and why she rarely ever sounds unstable live, even under bad conditions. Now we've spoken about her vocal abilities, connections and personal power. But what is it that makes Beyoncé not just a famous singer, but one that's renownedly respected? A Capricorn MC or midheaven can make somebody a legacy builder because this placement indicates a public reputation and career path that's driven by discipline, ambition, and a slow and steady climb to the top. She gains more and more public success and achieves global impact when she expresses her 10th house part of fortune in Aquarius. This placement shows success through collective influence, the community, and culture. So this manifests as her having immense impact on Black American culture, communities like the LGBTQIA community, and generally impact across multiple generations. I'll be taking a further look into all of her albums in another video, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. And once again, thank you for watching this video. Please be sure to leave a comment, like, and subscribe to see more. Which artist should I look into next?